What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Faisal Khamisa from the Sports Sofa. With the NHL Conference Final starting tonight, we have the Sports Sofa NHL panel here to give you a preview. Introduce yourself, boys.
What's up? Ayaz Kareem.
You've seen him before? Sorry.
Tarek Shivji.
Haven't seen him before, but he's written before. Maybe you've read it, maybe you haven't. Who knows? We don't care. We're doing this anyways. So let's start in the East, where we have the Boston Bruins and the surprising Tampa Bay Lightning. Ayaz, early thoughts.
I got to say that Boston's going to take the series. I'm going right away, making that pick. I think power play will be a very important thing, and you know that Boston is not doing very well in the power play, so we'll see if Tampa Bay can capitalize on that aspect.
Dark.
All right, I'm going with Tampa Bay. How can you stop Rolly the goalie? He keeps going. He keeps playing. 41 years old and still going.
It feels like the only thing that could stop Rolly the goalie is death. That's how old he is. But he's continued to stand on his head. Tampa Bay has won 7 games in a row against the likes of Washington and Pittsburgh, 2 of the early season favorites in the NHL. For me, it's hard to see how Tampa Bay is going to lose this series. Their offense has been on fire. Their third line has just been unbelievable. Sean Bergenheim, Dominic Moore, Steve Downey. 28 points for Tampa Bay these playoffs so far. Who has the goaltending advantage in this series? We talked about Rolly early, but Tim Thomas has been stellar all year.
Well, I mean, he's got record-breaking numbers, right, this entire season. But the playoffs is a different game, and we know Rolly the goalie is a playoff goalie. He shows up every single time when it's important. So I got to give Tampa Bay the advantage here with Rolly the goalie, as Stark said before. But you know, I think it's going to be a goaltenders matchup. I think that's exactly what it's going to be this series.
Now, Dark, Boston, we know they've lost Mark Savard for the year. Bergeron is set to be out for at least the first game. Where's Boston getting their offense from this series?
It's got to come from the wingers. Lucic has to step up. Horton has to step up. We can't expect Kelly to score again, right? So you got to hope the wingers play, and you got to hope that they can manage to get past the weak Tampa Bay defense.
Yeah. And that Tampa Bay defense is, maybe their only question mark right now. Eric Brewer leads the team in ice time, but aside from him, Kabina is still hurt. Hedman, there's still questions all around. This looks to be a series where it's going to come down to the goalies. So, I don't know. If Boston can maybe contain that third line and hope that St. Louis, LeCavalier, Stamkos have a relatively light series like they did in their first series, maybe there is a chance for the Bulls to pull this one out and continue their dream season. It is interesting to note, however, that of the teams left, Tampa Bay is the last team to even make the finals, let alone win a cup with their historic run pre-lockout. And, do you think that experience, Stark, will have any, factor in this series at all?
Well, I think it should. Well, yeah, Pavel Kabina, who was a Stanley Cup champion, but you don't have your goalie anymore. You only have Rolison. So you're hoping that Kabina could give that leadership kind of thing. LeCavalier has been rebounded well in this playoffs. He scored a lot of key goals for them. So you're going to hope that these leaders can continue and hopefully be able to beat Boston.
Okay, so you heard the picks off the top. Let's go with official picks in games. Ayaz, go.
All right, I'm going to go with Boston in 6.
Stark.
Tampa Bay in 7.
Comes down to me, eh? I'd like Boston to win. As a Leafs fan, it'd be great for the Bruins to make the Stanley Cup final, so we get the second round pick for Carver. Like, hey, second round, small victories. But I really think Tampa Bay is going to win this series, and I'm going to go Tampa Bay in 6. Tampa Bay in 6.
Book it.
Don't book it. Seriously, we are not credible. If you've seen that in the past, but just go with it. Use our insight, or our knowledge as some sort of form of insight. So that is your series. That gets started tonight, and look for recaps as the playoffs go on in this Eastern Conference Final. It should be a great one. Actually, I'm lying. I really don't know if it's going to be good or not. Boston, boring. Tampa, I don't know, man. It's no Phillies, no Washington.
Claude Julien.
It is what it is.
Rub his bald head.
Oh, boy. Yeah. We will see you soon.